Okay, another video of my transition, how everything's going. Well, it was a trip to go through this last month. Well, first things first, see here. I went to the Pride Festival here where I live for the first time, so that was interesting because I was having anxieties about it. Like, I was going through some anxieties that week before, and as I was there I had some, but I got through it the best I could, so it was worth it. It was the first time I've ever gone. It was worth it, so that was going. I did see the doctor last week, and things are actually good. The version of the spironolactone I'm taking is working really well. My testosterone level is at 4, and my estrogen, the estradiol is at 123.9, I think it was, 124.9, which it's dropped from the last time, but that, because estrogen just varies in the system depending on your time of the month and the hormone cycle and all of that, it fluctuates. So, and the progesterone, well, I did something I should have been doing the whole time. Well, the thing is, with the progesterone, the version I'm taking now is a timed released version, is the information they sent with it. So I was taking it under the tongue since I got this version. How I mentioned I was still taking it under the tongue. Well, day 10, the last day for the month, I decided to swallow it. And I swallowed it, and lots of good stuff happened doing that. So I suggest, if it's a timed released version of the prescription, swallow it. So I'm going to have to start doing that now, swallowing this version. So my breasts went back up in size where they're supposed to. My sex drive has kind of changed a little bit. How I was feeling it. Because it's like in the male way, when you're feeling like aroused or just in the mood and all that and feeling it, you feel it in the male genitalia sense and throughout the body. But because the way my hormones are normal where they're supposed to, because the doctor, like when they called me for the test results, they were saying that's where they want my testosterone was at 4, because they're saying my T level's at 4 and that's where they want it. So I was like, no wonders why I was feeling completely different the way I was feeling. And it's really down there's what's affected the most, how I feel it with my body, because I'm feeling it in a completely different way, which it's making me feel kind of awkward, and it's different. I feel awkward, but I also feel normal at the same time, because the way I'm feeling it, I can't say penis. No, I'm not feeling that at all. Right? I don't have the body part yet, but where the vaginal cavity is supposed to be, because it's not constructed that way, but where that's supposed to be, the vaginal cavity, the whole length, that's where I've been feeling it, and it's been feeling really awkward, and I've been feeling really awkward because I've never felt it so strongly like this before. And it's like, oh, and I have to realize, it's the hormones. It's my body reacting correctly to the hormones, doing everything normal. So, and it's just making, yeah, and I was like, instead of being aroused and horny in the guy way, it's a completely opposite, like in the female way, and it's actually like almost 100% true female way. It's how I've been feeling it. And it's been a trip going through that. It's like, especially when I'm walking or I'm just sitting there doing my thing, and yeah. So, and because I swallowed the progesterone, that's when I started feeling it this way. So I'm going to start taking it, swallowing it. I have to get into the mindset of swallowing. Swallow, swallow, swallow. I know that kind of sounds kind of like dirty, swallowing. No, it's prescriptions. So people, get your minds out of the gutter. But anyways, I'm going to have to start doing that. And my breasts started growing again because of it. And it's uncomfortable, but worth it. They're back up in size where they're supposed to be. And yeah. And I'm happy because of it. And I just been having weird feelings and sensations going on in them because they're growing. It's mostly been like warm. It's like kind of like a warm pain, but not really painful. Just a really warm, painful sensation. That's not really harshly painful. It's just more like medium pain, I can say. And it's just weird how it's been feeling and how everything's been going back. And especially as I check my body the way you're supposed to normally, check for lumps and other weird things, and when you check your body or just feel your body, I just noticed like under the, because it's part of how my body's changing, like right under the nipples. Yes, people, grow up. Whoever's, yeah, going to be immature here. So I'm saying like right under the nipple, I can actually feel that the tissues spread out more. Because if you think of under the areola, it's round like this, the way the tissue is. And it's kind of spread out more, like outwards. Like outwards, like, yeah. And a little bit, not too much, just a little bit, and I know that they're just growing, and it's kind of interesting how that goes. It's been itching, like, I just got out the shower before doing this video, and right now it's itching on this side right here. That tells me that the skin's stretching out, which that says they're growing, and that's good for me because it doesn't affect, because my gender dysphoria most of my life, it's been really bad because when I didn't have breasts, it was really bad, my gender dysphoria, and having bigger breasts, and the bigger they get, the happier I am, I noticed. So I was talking to the doctor that I just told her that the fat and tissue's more even with each other, and I still want a size bigger. I want my breasts a cup size bigger. And she's saying, well, over time, when you gain weight and you get older and you gain weight, your breasts will grow and get more breast tissue and fat. And we're going to wait 6 months for my next appointment and see how it goes. And yeah, which I lost 2 pounds, so my breasts were down in size, and I'm thinking it's contributed to how I was taking the progesterone. So I'm not taking it under the tongue anymore, but swallowing it. And I can feel it. And the fat in my tummy has actually come back. So I can tell that I'm gaining the weight back and that the progesterone's working better swallowing it. And yeah. So if you really want to know, I'm still a D cup, a 32D. This is, well, this will be the best way I can show. This is actually how they look as of today. Swallowing that last progesterone, the medroxyprogesterone acetate, the timed release version. So I say the spironolactone, that's the white oval, is working really well for me, even though it's the expensive one. And this version of progesterone, the timed release, is helping and it's working. So I'm on what is working for my body. So that's where my body's at. The leg hair doesn't seem like it's doing much more than what it's already been doing. It's still going slowly, doing the same thing as I've mentioned in my previous videos. And I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but the hair down there, that hair down there is kind of changed a little bit. I don't know if it's the hormones, or I think it's partly the hormones from before I transitioned and part of the hormones after I transitioned to where I'm at now. So the hormone difference has kind of changed the shape of it. The best way I can describe it is a heart shape. Naturally that way. And it's, I don't know if it's going to change anymore or not, but the hormones has done that, so. Other physical parts of my body that's changed, well, all I can say is my body's filled back in to where it was before. That means hips, thighs, tummy, breasts, my cheeks through here. I noticed really, really well through here. I was like, oh, my cheeks are filled back in. I guess I'm going to have to start taking the progesterone, like swallowing it. Instead of under the tongue, I have to get in that mindset, so, yeah. And I did have a touch-up, like a laser touch-up, yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. It was just the chin area and the upper lip. It's like, there's a spot, it was like right here, then through here, and here is where I noticed the hair. And I waited so long to get this touch-up is because the research I've done and the way my body's been going, I know what needs to be done to get it more successful. Because every time I notice I'm getting laser, I lose the pigment in the hair. So I decided I'm going to wait until the pigment comes back. And it was just recently, in the last few weeks, it's happened. And I was like, oh, the pigment's come back. And the hair was starting to grow a little bit faster. So I was like, oh, it's time. That's how I know it's time to get another treatment done until the hair's completely gone. So, and they're doing my research. The longer you wait in between, the more successful it is. In my experience, going every month, it's not as successful, but going every 3 months, 4 months, depending, it's more successful in getting rid of the hair. Because more hair lost the last time, I'm hoping even more this time. So, And I actually talked to the doctor also about the hairs that are clear, or like white and clear and doesn't have any pigment, because I might have to get electrolysis. So she gave me the information for that, which there's 2 people that she recommended. The one that's at their clinic, which she doesn't have any appointments available, which her pricing is like $60 an hour. So electrolysis is expensive. Plus $35 to numb it, which it's lidocaine, I think it is what she was saying. But then she mentioned another place that's pretty cheap, that's close by. So I just have to keep getting, because I can't have any other treatments, any kinds of hair removal, but shaving. When you're getting laser hair removal done, you can only shave it. You can't have any other things done. Because it interferes with how you lose the hair and how it affects it. So I have to keep going. So yeah, with that. And I just hopefully at least 99%, especially right here, hoping this spot goes away. So all this down here would be like, gone. And the hair that was here has never come back. So they actually lasered down here as well, because I wasn't sure if there was any hairs there. So, yeah. So hopefully, more of it is gone this time. And and that's pretty much how my body's going and how I'm doing with my transition. It's just kind of hard going through this when you have Asperger's disorder at the same time, like the Asperger's syndrome. And everyone that has it is different, because it's the autism spectrum. Everyone's different. And Asperger's is more of a high-functioning autism. But, yeah. So things are still kind of awkward for me here and there. So, yeah. And also, with the court case, how it's going, we decided to appeal the decision because it was unfavorable, and we're appealing it. So waiting for that, and keep my fingers crossed, because that would help me be able to continue my transition surgery, what not needs to be done, and life in general. So, and I'm still single, looking for a girlfriend. Still, yeah. So that's pretty much what's going on in my life right now. So other than that, everything's going good. Still happy, even though everything that's been going on. So all I can say is, until next time, comment, rate, and subscribe. And if you want to check out my blog, the link will be down there. And also I did a video on my other channel if you want to check that video out. So, yeah. So other than that, comment, rate, and subscribe. And I will be back with another video when I do another video, whenever that will be, probably in a month or so. So, or something in between. If there's a video you guys want me to do, topics or anything, comment so I can do videos you guys want to watch. That's why I want you to comment on what you want me to create for this channel. So, yeah, other than that, that's what's up. So